Hey, welcome. I hope you guys are doing good. Thank you so much for joining me. Today's reading is the person on your mind. You could be asking generally as well for some of you if you don't have anyone specific, or it could be like maybe in a certain environment. How do people see you? But yeah, so how does the person on your mind, or how do people see you? All right, so there are three groups for you to choose from. Group one, the peacock's oar. Group two, the pink tourmaline. And group three, the rainbow moonstone. Okay, so group one, two, and three. If you do need a moment to choose your group, feel free to pause the video. But I will see you guys in your readings. Hey, welcome. If you've chosen the first group, the peacock's oar, then this reading is for you, the person or people on your mind. How do they view you? Okay, so we have Seven of Pentacles in reverse, we have Four of Cups, and we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. Alright, so this person, they see that you aren't making an effort towards things that aren't really worth it. Maybe they're not worth your time, maybe it's not worth your energy, or maybe it's just no longer in alignment with you, but they do see that you aren't, kind of making an effort towards the things that don't really matter to you. But they do see you as working hard towards the things that do matter. They think you know when to cut your losses and move on, or you know when to kind of cut ties, maybe with people and in different certain situations. They do see you as very inspiring, but they do feel a strong sense of apathy coming from you. But it's not in a I don't know, it doesn't really feel like, let me see something. It's not really in a dissociated kind of way, but it's more so in a maybe I'm kind of, what's that called when you have, when you kind of maybe have blinders on and you're kind of just, eyes straight forward, and you're kind of just focused on, focused on what you need to be focused on. So they do feel a sense of apathy coming from you. Let me see. For some of you, if you're asking about a specific person, then they could feel that apathy is directed towards them. But they do feel like the apathy comes from a place of not being moved by the things you used to be moved by. They kind of see you as growing and maturing. But despite, seeing you that way, they do view you as very loving and nurturing. Towards most people, actually, not only the people that are closest to you. They do think you have a kind heart, but they also feel you are very strong and guarded. They do see you as having a darker perspective than most people, but they could feel like you guys are actually similar in this way. They could feel like they also have quite a dark perspective, or they're not afraid to kind of look at the things that kind of make some people uncomfortable. Kind of looking at both the negative and the positive. But yeah, they see you as extremely intelligent though. But for some of you, they don't feel like this came from like school or education or anything like that, which is even more inspiring to them. Like they think you have a random but vast wealth of knowledge. For some of you, they do see you as someone people shouldn't mess with. But they don't see you as someone that is intimidating, or they don't see you as someone that tries to be intimidating. But they just feel like you could be, quite low key, you see. But at the same time, like they do feel like there is this like, I don't want to say darkness, like especially not in a negative way, but yeah. But they do see you as like calm and controlled. But a lot of people can view you that way. For some of you, they feel like you shouldn't be messed with because of how calm and controlled you are. They see you as beautiful and attractive, even though some of you may not try too hard, or you kind of maybe keep your looks simple, maybe your makeup simple. Maybe some of you don't wear makeup. It doesn't really matter, but they do feel like there is a simplicity to your beauty. For some of you, like, they do see you as having very kind eyes, like very beautiful kind eyes, but a serious face, if that makes sense. They may see your life as being monotonous at the moment, and they feel like you don't have much opportunity for fun, but they feel like that is how you designed it, like that's how you want it right now. Like if you wanted more excitement and fun, then that is what you would be focused on. But they feel that you don't really care about things being a bit monotonous or a bit boring, even in their perspective anyway. But they feel like you don't care because you are focused on important tasks. It's just that they feel that you having a low-key and consistent life is something that you want right now, something that you need. um yeah, they see you as strong. They see you as someone that other people feel nervous around. You could seem quite intimidating. For some of you, they may have saw you as intimidating in the past, but realize now that you're actually quite gentle, or that's how they perceive you. They do feel like you're picking up momentum in terms of your job, your career. For some of you, a side hustle. They see you as someone that's kind of resilient and not going to give up anyway. Like they see you as someone that doesn't give up easily, even though they do see you as someone who knows when to cut their losses. That is not in terms of giving up. That's in terms of you kind of being aware of what is for you and what is not for you. At times they do think they see you daydreaming, like they think that they see you lost in your thoughts, but find it very cute when that happens. But this person, whoever they are, or group of people, they like that they see you focusing on what's right for you and what's important to you right now. And they also see you as finding comfort being by yourself. They do think you're standing up for yourself more as well, whereas in the past they could have felt you gave certain people a lot of allowances. They do see you kind of like getting rid of old patterns and behaviors that weren't working for you. They also think that you've managed to open up their eyes and other people's eyes to truths that they could not see themselves. Or maybe for some of you, you kind of help other people get out of controlling situations, or you help people see, what is it called? Yeah, Four of Pentacles came out. So they think that you help people see the ways in which they're being controlled or restricted, you know. So yeah, they do see you as very self-critical though, but feel that you are definitely more liberated, but it's personal to you. Or they kind of see you as moving in that direction. And they also see you as not feeling defeated despite the things that could make you feel that way. All right, so we also have airplane. We have child. So it says here, spread your wings and fly. And over here it says give yourself permission to play. We also have wellness. We also have increased support. We have celebrate life. We have love. We have rebel. We have strict, fair, and complex. Alright, so they do see you as being stricter with not only yourself, but with other people. Like they do think you do have more boundaries. And they also feel like it is definitely coming from a grounded place. Like they do see you as being very centered and grounded at the moment. They do see you as, they could feel like the relationship you guys have actually is quite complicated or quite complex. For some of you, they could even see you as making their life more complicated or complex in some way. They kind of just feel like in the past that you used to be maybe extremely fair, or fair may not even be the right word. Like it could, let me see. Like, you know, kind of like allowing, if that, what is the right word? It's like not, accommodating, that is the right word. Like in the past they saw you as very accommodating, whereas now they just see you not really doing that for people anymore. You know, they do see you as being more focused on yourself and yeah. So they do see you as working hard now so that maybe you can have more freedom later with spread your wings and fly. And you know, child, time to give yourself permission to play. They feel like right now you're not in the energy, or it's not the right, you know, you've kind of decided it's not the right time for you to kind of focus on maybe fun and adventure, but they do feel like you're working hard now so that it will be kind of maybe easier for you to focus and kind of allow those things into your life at a later date, you know. But they do see you as more free now and liberated. Like for some of you as well, they feel like you're not focused on love. For some of you, like they felt you were very loving in the past, very like considerate and stuff. Whereas now, like they could still see you as quite loving, but it's more like contained, it's more grounded, it's more discerning, you know. And with celebrate life here in the middle, you know, kind of similar to what came out before, they feel like you're focused now so that you can, you know, celebrate things down the line. It's like, okay, once I accomplish this goal, then I'll celebrate, then I'll let my head down, then I'll have a bit more fun, you know? Like they don't necessarily see you as a rebel, but they definitely feel like your energy has switched up. And with wellness here, like they do feel like you're focused on, it may not be health per se, but definitely maybe mental wellness. Maybe recovering from difficult things, But it does feel like it's more of a mental thing for a lot of you with the Nine of Swords and the Knight of Swords coming out, to clarify. So they do also feel like there's one specific person in your life that you are very supportive of. And that maybe right now you're not focused on, like they feel like you have blinders on because you are focused on this person who does need your support. And they do feel like you are very positive support for this person, for sure. Could be someone in your family. Is that all? But yeah, that's all that's coming through for those of you who chose this group. I do hope it could be helpful and make sense. And I'm wishing you all the best, alright? Please take care of yourselves and thank you for watching. Bye. Hey, welcome. If you've chosen the second group, the pink tourmaline, then the reading is for you. So the person, people on your mind, how do they view you? We have Five of Cups in reverse. We have Eight of Wands in reverse. And we also have the King of Cups, which is upright. So straight away, there's a message that came out that was clarified by the Two of Swords straight away. It feels like this person or people in general are quite conflicted about how they see you and how they feel about you. For some of you, like, they see you as quite nice. They feel like your actions are quite nice, quite selfless, but they do, for some reason, they do feel like there's something darker there with you. Like, not in a way where you have bad intentions or anything like that. But they do see you as quite nice. But if someone was to cross you, then things could get quite dark quite quickly, if that makes sense. But yeah, this person, they feel like they don't understand you. You know, they feel confused by you. They do see you as impatient, maybe a little pushy when it comes to them. This may not be when it comes to them, it could be when it comes to someone else, but they don't think it comes from they don't think it comes from a malicious place or anything like that. They do feel that it comes from a place of anxiety. And maybe they see it as like coming from a place where you kind of want the best outcome either for yourself or for this other person or for other people that you are quite pushy and impatient with. So yeah, they do feel like it is coming from a good place, you know, with the Nine of Cups coming out upright. They also see you as quite drained, but getting on with it anyway, despite feeling that way. But they also feel that you know when it's time or when it's important for you to rest, detach, and kind of just, you know, kind of focus on yourself. Like they do feel you have a lot of responsibilities. Like they could even see you as being in a position of power, so maybe you kind of need to, like, you kind of like in a position where you need to be, you know, strong, or you need to be on point, you know, you need to be focused, and you need to, like, you know, yeah, like be on point. But yeah, this person could also see you as, you know, quite dramatic. For some of you, they could see you as, you know, not being very nice to them. Like, that was clarified by the King of Swords. So they could feel that you are quite um, quite serious at times. But for a lot of you, it's because you have to be. It's like they feel if you're not serious, if you don't stay on top of things, if you're not a leader, if you're not strong, then things will kind of fall apart, or yeah, or you won't get the outcome that you want. And they feel like you stay on top of things and you can be quite serious because you want things to work out for yourself and for other people. For a lot of you here, like, this person could see you as having an easy life, or they could see you as having a life that is very fulfilling. For a lot of you, easy life may not be the right word. For some of you, it's not necessarily that they see you as having an easy life, but they could see you as kind of getting things easily, if that makes sense, you know? But yeah, they see you as having a temper at times. They could see you as being quite out of control at times. But this is in terms of like your passion. Like, you could still be very stable, but like maybe when it comes to your passion, or you know, when it comes to, you know, your responsibilities, that not necessarily that you want things to be perfect, but maybe you want things to go to plan. And I don't know, for sometimes they just see you as a bit out of control, dramatic, or very passionate. But they also see you as very selfless, both towards them and other people. They do see you as having very clear boundaries, but think these boundaries could push them and possibly other people away. They do think at times that the past does hold you back. Like, they could feel you have experienced a lot of loss. They don't necessarily see you as resentful or anything like that, but they do feel it's not necessarily holding on to past hurts, but they definitely, it's like more, let me see. Maybe for some of you, it could be like, okay, I forgive, but I don't forget kind of energy. They could also be telling people you're quite impulsive, which often leads to regrets in their eyes. Or it could be that they see you as very passionate instead of impulsive. For some of you, it can be both. But yeah, they do see you as having a job that could be quite fulfilling for you. They do think a lot of people look up to you as well, or they feel like you have a few fans. They could think you are creating delays or blockages for them. It could be in terms of relationships, not necessarily love relationships, but platonic relationships. For some of you, it could be at work. They feel like you're creating blockages for them. They could also feel that you have this weird power over them as well. They could see you as quite controlling. They don't necessarily see you as controlling over them, like you're actively trying to control this person. Like, they don't feel like you're doing that, but just in their like soul, you know, in their being, they do feel that you do have this weird power over them that you're not necessarily doing on purpose. Like, so it's like a them problem, not a you problem, if that makes sense, you know. But they do feel you have a lot of influence over a few different people. could be quite a lot of people actually for some of you. They do think a lot of people come to you for advice. For some of you, they do see you as a bit clumsy, maybe a bit careless or a bit fluky at times. They could also view you as arrogant, but they also feel it's kind of like, okay, I see this person is arrogant, but I could kind of see why they may be arrogant. They see you as very talented. This is not necessarily one of the things that they feel you are arrogant about. One second. So yeah, they could feel that you have a good reason to be arrogant. Like for some of you, you could be like very important, like you could be very integral in some area of your life, whether that be in your household, whether that be in your friend group, at work. For some of you, it could be it could be an environment that you share with this person as well, but you are very important, or they see you as very important or integral. But because they see you that way, they kind of like, yeah, they see you as acting arrogant because of it. They could perceive it as like self-importance. But it's like you didn't appoint yourself as self-important. It's just like that's just the way things aligned, where you are very important in certain environments to certain people. Like again, you are integral, but this isn't necessarily something you chose. But they do think you carry that responsibility with arrogance in their mind, you know. For some of you, that could just be what is needed in order for you to get things done. But it feels like, for a lot of you, it does feel like a them problem, because it feels that they don't even feel that confident around you anyway. For some of you, they could feel that you do things to make them feel less confident. They could see you as a bit immature, but not childish, not like in a childish way. But even though they do see you that way, they also see you as very responsible. And it feels like they don't even really have a reason for thinking you're immature. It feels that them thinking that about you makes them feel better about themselves. You know, again, like it's a them problem, not a you problem. Because it feels like the majority of you here aren't even immature. Like, and even if you were a little bit, like it doesn't even feel like it's that deep. For some of you, they could think your hopefulness isn't mature. It feels like a lot of you, maybe you create opportunities, or you help other people see their opportunities, or you create opportunities for yourself, whatever it may be. They could think that you being idealistic in their mind is immature. So again, like, I don't want to say it again, but it's a them problem, you know. And for some of you, they could feel this way because you know, take the time to explore your hobbies. For some of you, they could be quite jealous that you do have the time, or you know, the resources to explore your hobbies. And this person, they also see you as someone they could never have control over. Especially if this is someone that typically does like having control, or they tend to have control over like the people that they are closest to. It's like this person definitely sees you as a wild horse kind of thing, you know, like you are beautiful, but you're free, you know, and powerful. So this person, they also see you as emotional, but not really sensitive. Maybe just in touch with your emotions, or maybe you're just very self-aware. For example, if you feel frustrated, you try to understand why you feel that way, and you try to find solutions, you know. And they do feel you often take accountability and ownership of your actions, even if some of those things aren't, you know, that you're not very proud of in their perspective anyway. But yeah, they do see you as loyal. They feel you give great advice. I think I may have said that already. For some of you, they see you as a good dad. Even if you are a mom, you could have a lot of what would be considered dad-like qualities, good qualities, so don't worry. Um, but yeah, they do think you have very little patience or tolerance for them sometimes, though. So we also have alien. We have departed loved ones. We have passion and purpose. We have ready to love again. We have move forward. We have you need some yoga in your life. And we also have get outside and move behind. We have inhibited. We have victim. And we also have nice. So this person does see you as very unique. Definitely very one of a kind in this person's eyes. But they could see this as a bad thing, you know. They may not like that your differences or your uniqueness kind of sets you apart from other people. But with departed loved ones, they do feel like you have experienced a lot of loss. For some of you, they may see you as not having a lot of family or, yeah. For some of you, let me see 1 second. If you aren't in a relationship, if you aren't, you know, kind of attached to someone in a significant way, they do feel that it's like they speculate in their head whether or not you will be ready to love again with this card here. Maybe they feel like once you've healed from the past enough that you will be able to open up yourself to love again. But it feels like they're interested to see what that would look like. It could even be when it comes to them, the person you're asking about, if you're not asking about platonic relationship, you know, platonic connection. They could feel like once you heal a bit more, once you are able to kind of move on from certain things from the past, that you will be ready to love again. Maybe you're kind of ready to be a bit more open with them. They also see you as someone, let me see, that they are quite passionate about. They do see you as someone who kind of gives them passion and purpose. Maybe you help open their eyes to something that they are passionate about, or something that could potentially be their purpose in life. But they feel like you do that for a lot of people. They could feel like you do create opportunities for people, or kind of help them see their options and see their opportunities. For For some of you, they could see you as quite negative. Like they do feel, with inhibited, they do feel quite restricted when it comes to you, or what is it? Like they feel like they can't fully be themselves around you. So they see you as seeing yourself as a victim, even if that very much is the case. But it feels like, unfortunately, they may say this or think this in like a negative way. And with the Ten of Swords here, maybe you have experienced a lot of betrayal. Maybe you have experienced a lot of harsh endings and stuff. And you know, that kind of, when you are wounded, you still have those scars. Those scars are still going to be there. Maybe it's made you, cautious in ways, or maybe it's made you kind of like maybe more guarded, have more boundaries. I don't know, but it has affected you, right? And it feels like this person just feels like you need to throw all those memories away when it's not realistic, because those scars are still going to be there, But they also feel that your experiences, the negative experiences, it has given you a lot of lessons, but they don't like the fact that it has they don't like that it makes other people see you in a certain way, like in a positive way, with the Seven of Wands here. Like, with the Seven of Wands, this person could be quite jealous and competitive when it comes to you. And yeah, they don't like that some of your experiences may be unique, or you may be unique, or the way you handle things is, unique to them. Yeah, but it feels like they can't really, wrap their head around you and how you kind of, deal with things. But there's also the message that this person couldn't walk a mile in your shoes anyway. So yeah, they could have, anyways, yeah. But they are very conflicted about you, because they also see you as very nice, For some of you, maybe they see you as nice, but not always nice to them. But anyways, that is all I have for those of you who chose this group. I do hope it could be helpful, make sense. But I'm wishing you guys the best, alright? Take care. Bye. Hey, welcome. If you have chosen the third group, the Rainbow Moonstone, then this reading is for you. So the person on your mind, how do they see you at the moment? We have Six of Pentacles upright, Two of Pentacles in reverse, and we also have the Seven of Cups upright. Okay, so how do they see you? For a lot of you here, this could be someone you don't know very well, so they could see you as someone that they don't know very well just yet, but they do see you as someone they want to know more. They want to know more about. But yeah, this person, they see you as very kind and they feel that they need to be kinder to you. For some of you, they could feel that they've treated you harshly when they shouldn't have. They do think you have a gentle soul. They do see you as sensitive. This could be emotionally for some of you, but for others, it could involve your other senses, like sensitive to hearing or to smell or to touch. For a lot of you, it could be sensitive as in like psychically sensitive. They could see you as very intuitive, and for a lot of you, they do see you as quite psychic. They do think you are balanced, even though things around you may not be, even though things around you could be, quite chaotic. They do definitely perceive your lifestyle, maybe even your home life, your environment, your schedule as quite chaotic, but they do feel that you keep quite a cool head. They do see you as organized. They could see you as the person people turn to um, when they need a plan or when they need help. Actually, do you know what? They could see you as a lot of people's go-to. So even though like you could be quite peaceful, they could feel like maybe people bring their problems to you. They could, people bring their drama to you, or maybe kind of people just put a lot of, what they're doing and what they're going through on you. Sorry about that. For some of you, yeah, they could see you as being a support to others, but they could also see you as being a support to them, or someone that they would love to like have in their life a bit more, someone that they would it feels like they do want you guys to be more enmeshed with each other, but it may not be like that at the moment. They're not necessarily upset about it, but they are trying to manifest forward movement with that Two of Wands here. Like they do feel that you guys could have a lot of potential. But yeah, they do see you as someone that they need more of, they see you as someone they really like. For a lot of you, it could be love, even if you aren't all that close to this person, like they do see you as someone that they really love. With the Star, like they see you, and the Three of Wands, that they see you as someone they adore. And the Sun came out as well. Like they see you as someone that brightens up their day a little bit, or you have the potential to brighten up their day. So yeah, they see you as calm, they see you as peaceful, but also strong. They see you as wanting to help people or wanting to do more for people, but think you don't want to give to the wrong people, or give in the wrong places. They do see you as, grateful. For the things that you have, for the people that are in your life. For some of you, this person may have done something for you. It could have been small, it could have been big as well. It doesn't really matter, but you could have done something for this person, or this person did something for you, my bad. So this person could have done something for you, and they see you as like grateful for what they did for you, like, and appreciating the role, or the role that they do play in your life, even if you guys aren't all that close at the moment. But they also feel grateful to have you around as well. They do see you treating most, fairly and with respect. They also see you as handling conflict well for the most part, but think you generally avoid it. They could just feel like maybe you have to handle other people's conflict. Maybe you don't necessarily attract conflict personally, like yourself, but maybe the people around you in your environment, they kind of bring that to you, even if you're not involved in it. But they do feel like you kind of avoid conflict, or you have a way about you that kind of eases conflict. They do view you as very considerate and generally someone people are very fond of. They think it would be very hard for someone to find a bad word to say about you. They often see you as quite selfless. Um, but it feels like they eventually want you to be more generous when it comes to them. All right, so this is a random message, but for some of you here, they could see you as unreliable. For some of you, it could be unreliable in general. But for others of you, they feel that you're unreliable when it comes to a specific person in your life. When it comes to maybe getting justice, it could be getting justice for yourself, it could be getting justice for other people. But it feels like they think, or they know, I don't know what the situation is, but they feel that there's someone in your life that you're close to, that you should be kind of encouraging this person and forcing this person to be just, like to be a good person, to have maybe decent morals. And they see you as giving this person, it could be your partner, it could be your husband, it could be someone else that you're close to, but they feel that you give this person too many allowances. Although they think you're fair in general, but when it comes to this person, they feel like you aren't very fair. They could see you as kind of co-signing someone's poor behavior. At times, they do see you as like absent-minded or just like away with the fairies a little bit. And for some of you, it could just be that they see you as a bit forgetful. They see you as not having many of your own goals right now. Like for some of you, they could feel that right now you are more focused on playing an assisting role as opposed to kind of focusing on your own stuff. Like you're mainly like assisting other people, or a specific person. Nonetheless, they do see you as quite overwhelmed at the moment, busy schedule, but they could also feel that you're kind of dissociated from it. They do generally view you as quite adaptable. For some of you, they could think your personality changes depending on the person you're talking to. For some of you, it's depending on what kind of day it is. For some of you, I'm hearing what, like the time of the day, it depends. So they also see you as not being confident and, and not feeling sure of yourself at times. They do think you are misunderstood by a lot of folks, but they feel like they see you clearly. Like they feel like they see you, but they feel like a lot of people don't see the real you. They do think you have a lot of potential, but they feel that there's a person who gets in the way of that. Possibly a man, possibly a fire sign or an older man, someone who's quite domineering. It could be your partner, it could be your husband. Um, but let me see. But they don't necessarily see you as putting other people's needs above your own. They just see you as maybe wanting to assist this person, to the point where you're not really focused on, opportunities, yourself, not necessarily yourself as a whole, but just like your own dreams and your own, goals and desires. Maybe they feel that you put a lot of things that are not necessarily important to you. Maybe for some of you that could be the case. But again, when it comes to your dreams and desires, they could feel like you've put a lot of that stuff on the back burner. They also see you as very talented. They do feel like you have these dreams, you have these desires, but you don't chase them. They do think that your environment, your friends, your family, your obligations, and your work are holding you back from fulfilling these goals. And for a lot of you, for some of you, they could think you're with someone now who isn't fully committed to you. They could feel that this person has commitment issues or doesn't give you the commitment you want and you need, or the commitment that they feel you deserve. But they feel you're trying to be patient. They feel that you're maybe trying to be loyal. And not kind of do anything rash and impulsive when it comes to this person. Especially if you are quite invested in them. Alright, so we also have flood, express the ocean of your emotion. We have internet. We have progress, not perfection. We have give it to God. We have live in the moment. We have money, money, money. We have you are talented and freaking amazing. We have serious, we have outspoken, and we also have fearless. So how do they see you? So they do see you as not being able to freely express yourself. They could feel that this is the case when you're around certain people or when you're in certain environments. For some of you, they could just feel that that is in general. With internet, like they do feel that you are very connected, maybe to the people around you. Could be your environment, and again, like this does feel psychically for some of you, or intuitively, you're just very, switched on or clued up when it comes to certain things. They could see you as an empath, so they could feel that you're quite connected in that way. Do you know, they see you as, again, like hectic life, hectic environment or chaotic environment, whatever it may be. But with this give it to God card, they feel that you you don't stress about it. You kind of just, let it be. Like they do feel you are quite cool, quite level-headed. They kind of just feel that you don't allow yourself to feel rattled. Yeah, so they do feel that you're quite calm despite, things that may be going on around you. They could see you as a perfectionist. They also see you as someone who doesn't necessarily compare yourself to other people. And I think this message came up before, but they do see you as very talented. So the Page of Cups came out and the Page of Wands. So they could feel that you are very creative. And I think the message earlier of actually could have been a different reading. But yeah, they feel that you have great ideas. Ace of Wands came out, so they could feel that you do have awesome ideas. Like maybe you have many light bulb moments. For some of you, they could see you as well off financially. And they also feel that you're able to keep a cool head because you do live in the moment. So they can see you as quite serious right now. They could see you as outspoken as well. And they see you as someone that they kind of want for you to be more fearless. And they want you to be more selfish as well. But yeah, that's all that's coming through for those of you who chose this group. I really do hope it could be helpful, make sense. But I'm wishing you all the best, alright? Please take care of yourselves. Bye.